We're live. Hello. Everyone's going to be popping up, and Anita's going to be a little bit late because I had to put her information back. There she is. All right.
I know I'm doing stuff
now,
with hands, but
we're all here. Hello. Also, hi, Insomnia. What's up? Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it. Nanners, don't look at Roll20 chat. It's fine. No, what? I was trying to fix Foster's character. It was fucked. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't look at it. Everything's okay.
Yeah. There's some shit going on over here, Foos.
There's so many hidden things. What they're suspicious about is I hit a lot of messages, and they were all from me. So it's everything's fine though. Don't worry about it.
No, do not trust her.
But all that being said, we're back. I'm happy that we're back. We are going to do our usual, which means we're going to run through everybody, let everyone introduce themselves as well as their characters and any exciting projects, excuse me. Products too, fuck it. You might be excited for. I don't know what you do for time. Maybe you sell things. I will get us started with the lovely Anita, actually. I think we haven't started with you, and you've always had to roll a d4, so now I'm going to make you roll a d5.
Anita, I don't have a d5 on my dice roller. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Anything can happen today. Hi, everyone. Hello, Internet. Anita. They, them, and she, her pronouns. Tonight, I will be playing the newly minted murderess, Lissetto Dinte. She has taken life for the first time, and who knows how this will affect her personhood, her soul. I'm so excited to find out. Yeah, I guess that's me. I am on podcasts sometimes. Find me at the Issues Podcasts. If you like Masks: A New Generation, I am also gonna be a part of another podcast, like kinda soon-ish, on the Creme Demented podcast. Yeah, if you want to see me play a white girl, a rich white girl, that is so...
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, I knew there'd be an audience. So, Creme Demented Actual Play is doing their 4th season.
Did she freeze for anyone else?
Yep.
Oh no, we lost her! Okay.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
Dramatic.
Just be patient. Just be patient.
Popped out. Oh no, we lost her. But in the meantime, I'll say hello to Vogley. Thank you so much. God dang, I forgot to uncheck the Valley Gamer. But thank you, Vogley, for the raid. The Vog, welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful stream.
Oh my god, thanks, Vog.
I thought you color-coded these things, Foos.
I did, but that doesn't mean I didn't.
Anita says Nenners go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Nenners. What's up, Bogley? I play... who do I play? Morlo. He is a Peace Domain mushroom man who's just witnessed several horrific incidents of violence. Has done his best to heal his way out of it, and is very confused, and is going to need help leaving this place. But beyond that, he's got his hands full, and I heard there's dinner coming, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, he's excited about that. Fridays, not the next one actually. Yeah, we're running it, and then we're off again for a couple weeks, I think. But we are one. Was it one?
I think. It should only. I'm the only problem. I thought when we come back.
You're always the problem, but I thought it was the.
Listen.
I mean that with love. Anyway, Pathfinder this Friday. Outlaws of Alkenstar. Dirty has backed himself into a literal corner and has let off fireworks, so we'll see what happens. It'll be a fun, hopefully exciting episode. And then I think 1 or 2 episodes after that, and then we'll go into the Dark Matter 5e spacefaring kind of campaign that will be going the same deal Fridays. I think that's it for me for now. I will kick it off to Joe, the Joe Man Joe, with that amazing beard and the lumberjack shirt. I couldn't help myself. Go nuts.
Are you wearing a Spartan shirt? Get the fuck out of here.
I work there.
Unacceptable.
He does work there. It's true.
I do
It's
have
true.
an inordinate amount of sports paraphernalia for a guy who doesn't give a flying fuck about sports.
Unacceptable.
I'll be out and about and someone like, yeah, go green. I'm like, what? Oh, sure. Mostly it means
Correct.
that if I have an opportunity to be casual at work, it's readily available. Anywho, I'm Joe, and I'm here, and I guess I gotta pay the insomnia tax. There you go. It's very pale. You can technically see hair. Wow. Then thank you for that, Ava.
You're so pale.
Yeah, I'm pale. I'm also
so pale.
gorgeous. Deal with it. Anywho, play Caldwell. He's this guy. He's also pale, and he's also fabulous. And he's here to keep it clean, keep it professional, and make sure his employers see each day through wanting not. But today we might be wanting, so I got to figure that out because they just did some stuff. Yeah, I'm here for this. I'm here for Alcazar when that comes back. I'll be a Dark Matter. To make Foos do some art. It's complicated. And
look at her face right now.
She's
She's so excited.
she's excited to push the boundaries of her art.
I just bought a whole bunch of calming teas for the experience that will be making the artwork for that sci-fi adventure.
It'll
Looking
be
forward
super
to
fun.
This is gonna be one of those. Like,
I do have a channel. I think it was referenced probably in the chat. My Cosmic God. I sometimes stream. You'll hear about it on Foozca's Discord if I do. And that's me talking far too long. So Ava, you may go and probably apologize for the comments you made about my body. I assume.
No, never, absolutely not. Just because I date a white man doesn't mean I will make any excuses for a white man. Anyway, hello, my darlings and dears.
just body shape. Jeez.
It's your Madam Ava here. Tonight I am playing Nima, the reluctant barbarian who so far still has not raged, and let's continue on that trend of not raging. Unlike her sister, she may have killed someone before. I think she may have blacked out if she did, so who knows really for sure if she has. Who knows? Shrug. But she is just a mom trying so hard, kind of like the Reba song, but she doesn't have two jobs. I have no real home right now, so you can either find me here or you can find me at Folk and Myth doing vampire shenanigans. We'll talk more about that at the end. And that's really it. We'll pass it on to LS because I bullied your brother a lot last
He deserves it. You don't even know how much he deserves it. That's the kicker. You don't even know. He deserves all of it and worse. But yeah, I'm LS. I am nowhere except here. I am up for adoption. I cook, I bake. I am playing Trill, she, her. We're both she, her. Eladrin Ranger. Yeah. I've got Luna here. She's got a bone. We're just chilling. It's gonna be a good day. Let's have some dinner. Evie.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Evie, also known as the Disaster GM. You can normally find me over on Altered Echo Archives, where we mostly stream Cypher System-based games. In fact, tomorrow we will be streaming Empyrean Wilds, and I promise that I did not go into an entire physics rant at my players regarding a magic item. Not at all. Anyway, I am going to be playing Jetziri, who is a Shatterkai warlock with some questionable morals regarding the male species. Yeah, so let's just jump it back over to Foos. Hopefully we'll get Anita back soon.
Yeah, Anita did say she's restarting her computer, so it'll take her a moment. But yeah, as mentioned, hopefully she'll be back soon. But I'm Foos. I'm the DM for this lovely adventure that I'm very excited to get back into. We obviously started a little bit late today, but we're happy to be here. And as mentioned, we're kind of scrambling, so if we forget things, please don't mind us. I do believe next week we will be off on Saturday, so we probably won't be back until the week after that. But as always, we make all of our announcements on Discord and all that. So if you want to hear about it, that's where you can go find us. I'm also dreading the sci-fi artwork I was making for Ned's next short series, but I am also very excited to play in it, so it's gonna be fun. But I think that's mostly it for things I'm excited about and such. I believe, as mentioned, we're going to be waiting for Anita. Perfect timing. Comes in with prayer hands. I appreciate that. Let me make sure the link is correct, and hopefully stream will be able to see Anita very soon.
Anita, you have to ease the machine's spirit's pain.
There we go. All right, we can finally see her. I don't hear you, though. Are you saying anything, Anita?
Hello. Can the internet hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know about the whole.
We got you.
We love to see it.
Yeah. I will also mention a ton of things were gifted out. Joe, you have a D4. I have advantage and a D4. Ava, you have a D20. And Evie, you have advantage on your next roll. Also, just for clarification, because I'm not sure if this was explained properly on my end, for the D20s that do not expire, the intention is that they don't expire if you don't use them in the session that night. But if you use them like the next session, they only are usable once. So once you use that D20, then it does then expire. So I realize that saying that doesn't expire sounds like I can use it all the time. It is a one-time use, but you don't have to use it tonight. That's all it is.
I'm so sorry.
No, I never explained it. That's why I was like, what? And for a moment I was like,
I
what
know
do you
that
mean?
was like, shit, that was me.
You're fine. I genuinely, that was me being like, you know,
You
who never
outed
fucking
yourself.
told her?
I never would have
fucking told
known.
her. So please,
I'm
no
too
worries
humble
at all.
for my own good.
You could. I with that in mind though, I do get the joy of telling the crowd our lovely new winners of inspiration, and I'm shocked as hell because of all the hate that's been going on around. But the boys are the proud owners of inspiration. Joe and Nenners, congratulations, the two of you.
You've been
Men have
outvoted, Ava.
enough already. Men have enough. I joke because we voted for this.
The best part about it is you gave it to the worst rollers in this group. So
You did.
I think it
That's
was out of
very
pity.
I'm
But-
sure I'll take
But Joe
I'll take
and
pity
Dennis-
days.
You guys have the inspirations that do expire tonight. Incredibly. And with that, I'll hop into the recap and then we'll pop back into this lovely game of ours. Last time on Echoes of Ruin, our team came together at a particular location known as the Flask and Silk, mostly because they had ties to this for different reasons. Trill's missing brother was last seen in this area. I'm just a lot of Joe.
Listen, yes, I didn't draw any attention to it.
I genuinely, I was looking up for a second, I saw movement, I was like, what's happening? Oh, all right. Anyway, the Flaccid Silk, god dang it, ugly. The Flask and Silk. But Flaccid Silk is pretty funny. But yes, Trill's long lost brother was seen there at some point. And it is right next to the place of business that both Lizette and Nima own. And there were some strange things that were happening in the area. It was seemingly gutted and sold weeks ago, and there was just kind of a lot of strange things happening. And after taking a look inside, it was recognized that a cultist from the Ember Wake, which has been known to have terrorized the family that is Lizette, Nima, and the daughter Amani, was recognized within the building. So the team came together and realized that it was probably a good idea to have everyone with a common goal go check out that area together, which they did. Finding different ways to get into the building, everyone did make it inside, in which they were able to find very, very quickly that LS's brother was there, was currently being held up and threatened by a unknown Githyanki woman that they had never met before, and there was a portal in the background, 5 dying cultists in the area. We rolled combat or initiative right after poor Trill missed both of her shots, just kind of lost in the chaos of the situation. But with initiative starting, the portal seemed to continue to kind of warp and grow, to which the Githyanki woman who was holding your brother let him go and tried to focus on closing that rift. As that was happening, the team was unfortunately attacked by more or less gruesome versions of themselves that at first came out looking relatively normal before kind of splitting and turning into these horrific, monstrous things. They attacked their doubles for the most part, until our lovely Lizette did leave the room, in which case hers seemed to mutate, become a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger for a very short period of time. One thing that each of the team members realized is that once their doppelganger was discarded, there seemed to be a moment where they could have lost kind of focus or at least be stunned for a little bit. Incredibly, the barbarian was the first one to have the wisdom save and pass with flying colors. Unfortunately, Lizette, Jatsidi, as well as Trill did fail these saving throws and found themselves stunned for a bit. Before just a bit. Lizette, having been stunned at a terrible time where she did manage to leave the room, had eyes on Trill's brother who was escaping the scene at the moment, and stunned. When coming to, after being freed from said stun, the brother was nowhere in sight. During the fight, he did speak to Trill a couple of times, more or less pleading for her to believe him. But he did not stick around. He was like, please believe me.
I don't remember those
Believe me as I run away.
Yeah, that's the information that you got in that very short period of time. But he left, and you were able to track some of his trail, but his footsteps seemed to just stop after a certain point in time. We more or less ended with everyone being freed from their stuns in various ways. Morlo took care of Jatsidi. The Githyanki woman managed to free Trill, who immediately left. And Nima managed to help focus Lizette. But with everyone out of their stuns, just slapped the shit out of her. With all the stuns being taken care of, and Trill realizing that her brother had slipped through her fingers, was reduced to frustrated screams outside. And that was where we stopped our session last time. So we're going to hop back in. I'm going to start with Joe, because I did let him do shit at the end of last session, and he gave me shit for it.
Yeah, but not for real.
No, I know. But also I realized that everyone else was doing
I think it was more so everyone being like, Joe, why did you say shit?
Well, no, everyone else was doing stuff, and I wanted to make sure that people got to do stuff, so I said nothing.
It was all good. But yeah, we're essentially starting with everyone in that scene. For the most part, most people are outside. According to what I last saw, I'm just going to bring us to the map just so we have a reference, but we're not doing too much on there right now. But currently, Nima, Lizette, Trill, and Caldwell are outside. I do believe that Morlo, Fastra, and Jatsidi are still in the building. So I will leave the two that are in the building there for now. But Caldwell, you were leaving. I believe Nima is still with Lizette, who just managed to kind of wake her. And Trill is screaming in frustration kind of around the corner.
Like you do.
As one does.
As one does. Yes.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna walk outside and check on the people, make sure everyone's okay, because they left in a way. I hope they're okay, because I can't do much about it at the time. So.
I am not white, wasted. I am not white, and I am not wasted. You need to stop. Oh God, my face, my everything hurts. Oh.
I'm not saying shit about the face hurting.
Also, hello. Sorry, we just got raided again. Dungeon Delvers group, thank you so much. Hello.
Hopefully you built the dungeon real well.
Really quick, we just hopped into our adventure again. We started a little bit late, but what were you doing? We were also playing Dungeons and Dragons. Awesome. I hope you had a wonderful session.
Did you win?
Did you win? We super appreciate the the raid.
Did you beat or romance the bad guy?
You can do both.
Either is a win.
And or beat the bad guy.
And or. Yeah, also, okay, one thing I forgot to say in the intro, but I now remembered because people came in. All of our bits and subs go to our lovely friend Maya Papaya, who is thankfully in remission for cancer, but she does a lot of other medical bills, so we send everything her way. So anything you give us, we super, super appreciate because it goes to a friend that could absolutely need it.
Cough.
It's not Joe.
Don't do that gesture again.
But or do Insomnia might like it. Anyway, we will go back to Joe and Anita and Ava as you guys were having that scene. Thank you for the raid again.
I'm just making sure that my sister is still corrected in her chair because it did seem like she was slumped over when she was moment. So we're just adjusting her.
Yeah, and she will begrudgingly thank you for it. Oh, Caldwell. What happened?
Well, you left the building, Mum. From there, I couldn't quite see what occurred. Inside, every thread is dealt with.
I can fill in the blanks for your sister. It seems, at least, the creature that was trying to imitate you, I was able to end. And when I came out, it seemed, unfortunately and grudgingly, that Trill's brother rounded the corner, and I prioritized you more than trying to chase him down.
So that is why the screaming. I see.
I'm assuming with Caldwell out here, that means that the rest of those monstrosities have been taken care of. And I did see Trill run by, probably to chase down her brother. I do not know what the other two are doing. My best guess, probably talking to the Githyanki.
I'm just going to point out that I prestidigitated myself on the way out here, and then I'm going to make sure that they are not coated in anyone's blood. And then I'm going to pull out my magical item, which is a bottle of boundless coffee, and serve coffee. I'm just quietly doing this while they're talking.
Amazing.
With that in mind, Nima is going to check her the bracelet to just double check to see if Imani is still in the same location that she last made sure that she was in.
Sorry, you're checking Imani's location. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes.
Does seem to be in the direction of home, which is where you left her.
Okay.
Caldwell, you have saved my life. You have helped in saving my sister's life twice now. You are family. Enough with them, Mom. No?
As you say.
We will get there, I suppose. No one is checking on Trill, and she has been screaming for a moment.
I do not think I'm the best person. I did threaten bodily harm more severely up to her other brother, so if anyone would say it, maybe someone with a kinder word.
I think Lizetta's going to look down at herself. Most of the blood and puke has been cleaned up by Caldwell. Thank you, Caldwell. But she's still bleeding a little bit from her shoulder. And will just sort of look around and say, I should probably be getting home and resting sooner than later.
We'll follow shortly after.
There's something to be learned inside of there, but I am not sure if I can bring myself to return to that site. I killed people today. Did I? I feel like I can remember people on the ground, and did I do that?
It's a hard thing, Mum. But in this case, it may be seen more as a kindness.
Do me a favor and check in on Imani. We'll follow after you shortly. There was some small things I want to check on before heading back.
Of course, yes. And yeah, Lizette is going to start to float up and fly further down the alley. I assume she would run into Trill.
Yeah.
She is still invited to dinner.
I will begin to make my way back to rejoin the group.
Oh. Bonjour.
If you like. I don't. Right, good on you.
That's actually interesting. So, note that I should have said way earlier. I think that Trill would recognize Lizette's accent as a Sylvan accent, but like not summer court Sylvan, like winter court, fall court.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
mixed.
I'm going to interrupt you again. We got raided again.
Yeah.
This time it's Rev. That's our boys, Rev. Hello, so much. Thank you for the raid.
Welcome
I
to
hope
the
you had a wonderful
party.
stream. First Rev. Damn it. Joe got it immediately.
I immediately, like, he read it a second ago. I was like, oh shit, do I have time?
You got it first, is all we had to say. He didn't even get his first Rev, but thank you so much, Rev. We appreciate it. We're getting into some of the mess of the aftermath of some combat here, so everyone's running around. But if you guys don't know Rev, you should fix that because he's dope and he's fantastic. DM, I play with him in Pathfinder every other Monday. We've had the pleasure of having him on one of our short series here as well. And he's just awesome. He usually streams during my workday, so I can hang out with him while I work. But he's great. Please give him some love. Rev, thank you again for dropping by. Another thing I also forgot to mention, not in terms of the subs and bits, but also we're closing in on 600 followers, which is insane. And once we do, then we do our cheesy dice giveaway. So if you are interested in that, hang on out and we'll be announcing when that stuff will be starting, like the raffle and all that. So thank you again for dropping by. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I'm done interrupting these wonderful roleplay moments. So sorry.
Yeah, Trill would recognize Lizette's
Okay, then I
accent
wouldn't have
as
said
from
that.
the other. But she also speaks a lot of languages and like is probably doing a mix of Sylvan, Common, maybe a little bit of Infernal in there. It is hard to understand her in general.
Trill also has Sylvan.
Oh, period. But yeah, she's going to say, I sort of had a freak out in the alley, and I let your brother get away. I'm sorry.
I thought she was going to kill him.
Huh. Yes, I did perhaps do a bit too much on the cultists on the floor there. My apologies, I lost control, but if I see your brother, where do you stay? I can try to send him to you, or hold him down in one place until you get here.
He is a bit slippery for that. What is
Uh,
the name of the inn I'm staying at?
You were
well,
at the
either
Cozy
way,
Cat, I believe.
The what?
The Cozy Cat.
Oh, yes. I am staying at the Cozy Cat. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't be killing him.
I would not, and I will.
He may yet earn it. I don't know. But I need to find him first.
He is a family, and I'm sure if you are vouching for him, there will be a.
Oh, I'm not. Not at all. No.
Oh. Well,
That is
then,
not what's happening here. But I need to get down to what I need to sort it out for myself. I need to see what it is he's in before I can pass any sort of judgment on him myself. I can only speak for who he was. And that wasn't great. But he's still mine.
Well, there's dinner. A meal and a. Yes, it is in my house. I live with a bunch of people, but you have been very kind in joining us. So if you wish to stay and do not have to pay a price to have a place for tonight, you are welcome.
That's very kind. I'm not sure how. I have to get back to you on that. Right now, I need to sort my head out, and I think I need to turn that building the fuck over. I will return to you. There might be conversations we need to have and knowledge we need to share. But if there's anything in there to be found, I need to find it first.
And I think that she will begin to fly off, but will stop short, and say, also, extend the invitation to your mushroom friends, the Morlo, and Jatsiri as well. Please.
I shall do. Thank you.
And she will fly home.
All right. As you're on your way, I know Nima wanted to have a moment with Caldwell.
Yeah. Nima is gonna get closer to Caldwell, like barely like half an inch apart type of vibes, and just lean in. We know his face more. We saw what he wore. I'm going to hope. Actually, no. I want to assume he is not foolish enough to wear the same garb he was bloodied in, but there's the potential that he may be smart. Could you speak with your guard, friend, and update on the appearance of who we are on the lookout for? And this probably is going to be a conversation with Trill, but she did plead for him to speak with her brother first. So wherever she is located, if the gods find him, have him sent to her location. But I don't want him to leave this city without some repercussions.
Very good, Mum. I will reach out immediately. I do have several birds in the wind, as they say. There's more than one way we can approach this. I'll have more information as soon as possible.
Do you have ears open for... I am concerned that we have never heard of them being in the city, and especially being this close.
As am I, Mum. I have ears in both high and low places. And should they write back quickly, I'll have meetings with those ears and learn how we've not heard of them before today.
Very well. Are you alright? I left rather quickly, I'm sorry.
Things were urgent, Mum. You did as you should. And I'm as good as ever.
Alright.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mum.
Alright. I think I'll go back in, see what we can find from it. I'll leave it up to you if you want to join us or if you want to go back with the set.
If I read things right, and I often do, if I say so myself, she may need a moment. But I do.
You know what? Anita's right. Insight check. How is actually going to I didn't want to, but my sister is like, yeah, I want to insight check my
Insight check. Oh my gosh.
I typed insight check in all caps. If I had more than a +0 in insight to this slippery little rogue. But
Joe, feel free to whisper either.
Sure, yeah. Wait, either what?
Whichever you think it is.
Like,
Deception or persuasion or whatever you're doing.
I'm going to insight check that.
Oh, I'm typing it. I was like, wait, how do I type and then click the button? I don't. I toggle the switch and then click the button.
You got this. Okay. Caldwell, what does Nima's insight reveal?
That he considers himself this isn't something he's dealt with recently, but this isn't a situation where he would say things are bad yet. There are questions and concerns, but physically, like, he's hurt, but he's been hurt before. Like, he's not worried about himself, whether or not, like, he's clearly not in tip-top shape. Like, you can see some wounds when you look over him, like, he got hit, but he's not like putting on a brave face. He's just like, yeah, I'll deal with this. This is fine.
Yeah, I think Nima's question was like in regards to like not physical, how are you? Because this was very rough. How are you like internally type of vibes of like mentally, spiritually,
in that case, like there's
emotionally.
The actual like conflict. Okay, conflict is conflict. The underlying like quiet edge to everything's fine is I shouldn't have missed this, and that's irritating. Like I said, I've got feelers out, and I do, because damn it, I've had feelers out, and everyone missed it, or they didn't tell me, so I got to find out which it is. So more or less, he's okay.
I think before they turn to walk back to the building, there is a very quiet pause, and Nima kind of like very softly grabs onto like the forearm and just looks at Caldwell with like an understanding of like, I'm not going to say it out loud because I know that you're the type of person who does not want to hear it. It's not your fault that you missed it. That's not something you want to hear. But this is her like motherly instinct of just like, I'm not blaming you.
I like this is all nonverbal, because 100% non-verbally back, It's just a nod that's like, no, I don't blame me. I blame him.
I'm happy we understand this. And then there's the black lady nod, and then as they are about to walk, turn to walk back, Trill just ends up being there at the same time.
Yeah, Trill would likely meet with you at this point. If there's anything quick you wanted to have, any conversation before we go back inside, Trill, I'll give you that opportunity while you meet up with Nima and Caldwell.
Gonna turn this fucker over and see what we can find.
I do believe that.
Hopefully. Did you find any traces of your brother?
Nah, he's gone. It's what he does best. We probably need to have a conversation later. I don't know what's going on here, and I don't know what he's mixed up in. I don't
believe you. I don't believe you know. And for that, I'm deeply sorry. I've calmed down a bit. My emotions were running very high for reasons. But I shouldn't have come off aggressive to you, and for that, I apologize.
I don't think any apology is necessary. I mean, he might well have earned it. I have no right to ask anything of you. You just met me. If possible, I do want to talk to him before anything should happen. I need to know what's going on. I can't guarantee I won't try to stop you. We'll just have to see what comes of it. I may well help you.
I can accept that. You deserve answers from family to family. That is something I can respect. But as far as we know right now, he is tied to a cult that has harmed my family and may try to continue with that. And for that, I can't let that go.
Understood.
So I can only hope that he has a very damn good reason.
He usually doesn't, and then I'll just head inside.
What is your vibe with your brother? Oh my god.
Over my shoulder. It's a long story.
We have booze at the brothel.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, at the what? At the what?
We have booze. We have booze.
Booze at the what?
Yeah, we'll have that
I don't care. I'm just going back inside.
All right. So we're gonna pop back inside.
Brothel? As I'm going inside.
Did I hear that right? But yes, back inside.
The soup dispenser.
Morlo, you are vaguely having a conversation with Fostra. Jatsidi, I know you were kind of looking through some of the bodies. I'm going to go to Jatsidi first, just because you didn't have too much time to decide what you were going to do, and then we'll pop back to Morlo.
I hadn't actually intended to search the bodies. I was just checking to see if any of them were still alive for questioning. And having decided that, like, at the end of last session, I even typed it into chat that Jatsiri was, like, responding to that by standing up, kind of shrugging, promptly prestidigitation herself clean, and then she's kind of walking out because she has other business to attend to.
Trill on the way out, you just walk by Jatsidi.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Each other.
I have a date.
Okay, fair enough. I think we're going to dinner at this place that might be a brothel.
It's fine.
I didn't get brothel vibes earlier, but whatever.
Well, yeah, because we were closed at that moment.
Yeah, keep your daughter there. Oh no, I don't care. I don't care.
We have private rooms.
I don't care. If you want to meet up later, or I'll. Thank you.
For what exactly?
Fuck if I know, and I'm just gonna go start turning over corpses.
Just looking around.
Yeah, like, Gideon is very confused as to what you would be thanking her for.
Trilla's having a day,
because
all right.
while we had gone into there, Jet City had been dragged to there, or not dragged, but taken to this location by Lisette. Everyone was going because you had also heard that your brother was there, but Jet City had been like brought here with like Lisette holding onto her arm. So she was not under the impression that she was there assisting you. It was more of the, oh, your brother also happens to be here, and I am assisting this person that has asked for my protection.
I'm being
Fair
gay
enough.
right now, and your brother was a secondary thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So her, like, she looks legitimately confused at you thanking her for something as she's like in the process of walking out going, yeah, I have a date to get to.
Getting a lot of that today.
By the by, my sister is back at home if you are looking for her on your date errand, I believe.
Oh, the date is supposed to provide to me some information. So I shall check in with her safety when I have finished, I suppose.
Understandable. Feel free to stop by anytime.
I believe that I remember where you live.
Yeah, it's
And
just
as she turns,
literally right
yeah.
there.
as she turns and walks out, she's like, probably.
Oh, they're so gay. Anyway,
Which,
much
Trill,
too
you
much.
know that Jet City has gotten lost multiple times in the city.
Yo, quick clarifying point.
Yeah.
I did, like, I have been thinking that our house is separate from the brothel. Is that true? Like, are they two different buildings? Do we live in the place?
I kind of thought they were like, it's the same building, but there is clearly a divide.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were two
That's
separate
what I
buildings.
thought.
Because I put your house in a different location than your brothel. Would you prefer them?
We'll go with what you were thinking, Foos.
Okay,
Cool.
okay. Thank you for clarifying as well, because at first I was like, I guess they could go to the brothel for dinner, but I thought it was more that we were gonna. But if you want that to change at any point, Ava, let me know, okay? Because again, that was my assumption. But if you had a very specific idea, let me know as well. That's fine. But yeah, some interaction there. It does crack me up where it's just like the ranger knows that the warlock has wandered around the city and gotten lost before. She's just gonna go wander around now. So
I'll find her later if I have to.
Maybe.
he heads out. Hydrate. We need to hydrate. And also thank you for the follow.
Get water now.
I was gonna say that. I don't know how to, the real Arctos? I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry.
Reading is hard.
But thank you. Reading's very difficult. Yes,
For some
but
of
you
us.
guys are doing that. But Morlo, while I have you here, you do have a moment to speak with the Githyanki woman anymore if you wanted to, or to end that conversation if you'd like as well. But you do see Trill enter and Jetsudi leave.
I'm Morlo, by the way. Who are you?
Ooh, okay. I know you're not bad at these in this character, but I will need a persuasion check. She has been staying for you because you've been chatting with her. But
You said persuasion, right?
persuasion,
Okay.
Very nice. She still seems to kind of like her body is kind of angled towards the door, but her attention is on you. So you can tell that there's sort of like she's engaging with you, but very much does not seem to want to stay for very long. There's toast.
Oh, he doesn't collect that body language at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees it, but he doesn't know what that means.
It's just like, your position strangely sounds good. But as you ask that,
Everything's
again, she
strange.
kind of like hesitates and like looks off for a moment and then back to you. You may call me Fostra. It is nice to meet you, Marlo.
Indeed. Nice to meet you as well. If you need assistance, medically or, spiritually, perhaps, just to find your peace. Don't hesitate to find me. My people don't make it to the surface very often, so I shouldn't be hard to find.
You seem easy to find. I will mention, I think we have limited time here. You should leave sooner than later.
What does that mean?
Do you think the monsters are coming back?
No. Something has been most likely a alarm of some kind was tripped, and something is in motion. We have time, but not much.
Should we get the guards?
Not sure what they would be able to do, to be honest.
Can you explain what's happening here?
Another persuasion. She keeps looking at the door as everyone keeps asking her questions.
Well, she had my brother at knife point. I have questions.
No, I don't think that you're out of line here. It's just she's just trying to get out of here.
Oh, that's really good for me.
Yeah, that's very good. Like you absolutely see and feel her sigh as you ask her another question, and there's a lot of steps that I would need to explain for everything to make as much sense as would probably appease you. For now, I can tell you that what happened here was you and your crew were certainly not expected to be here. And I do believe that has altered what was intended for this place. What was intended for this place was summoning of some kind. More allies for people who are making plenty of moves. I was here to... The cult is a problem, but not the main one. Each I encounter from the cult, I make sure to deal with them properly, but I do believe they've been manipulated, as many have been.
What was my brother's parts in this?
He was directly involved in the ritual in some way.
I personally will not hold you. And you have no reason to offer me this information, but that cult has targeted my family in the past. If there's any way for you to provide information on your investigation as to their involvement, I would greatly appreciate it. Whether to me or to my friend here, and she shifts her eyes to Codwell.
You see, the moment you start talking, her eyes do not leave you. For a second, they seem to kind of flash over with some kind of like arcane color before they return to her regular bright eyes. She just continues staring for a good 3 seconds after you speak, before finally... likely a means to their ends, but I'm quite sure they're not sure what that is. I do believe you and your family are still in danger.
As I've worried. Thank you.
If it makes you feel any better, there are many with celestial heritage within this city, which is one of the many reasons I find them here.
On one hand, there is the dark thought of maybe they'll target them first, but on the other hand, who wouldn't want others to be targeted?
I'm trying to keep that number low.
Does anyone else have questions for the lady? It seems like she is in a hurry.
I have a
You
lot
should
of
be as well.
questions, but What is going to happen if we stay here? Is there anything to be found here?
Truly, you have a good passive perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give you, it's 26.
Damn!
All right, cool. Now I was just checking.
Damn!
Damn.
Grief!
She is very much listening to everybody. Her body is attempting to kind of like lead her out of the room. But every so often you're watching her eyes kind of go to a particular spot in the room. It's not the same spot each time, but she's giving it just as much attention as she is giving the crew here. But as you kind of start speaking again, her eyes dart to another location, kind of like almost right above your head, but near that door, before she looks back at you. I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe whatever it is meant to erase whatever stays here. And if you are here, I don't think you want to find out what erasure means.
Okay.
If I could, she A, doesn't want to be bothered, and B, probably can't or won't answer my direct, immediate questions. But I did hear her say that we don't have long a while ago, so while they were asking questions, if I could just be speed investigating.
Just real quick, what are you looking at first?
The bodies, followed by any symbology. There's lots of various like things and machines and tables and whatnot. And then the last thing would be anything that looks ritual-like to me. Anyway.
Ritually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a D20 and I'm going to use it.
You do have a D20.
Let's
go.
Yep, that's about right.
I know that Nima, after that that brief conversation, she would turn to also investigate. Could I provide the help action?
I will allow that. Yeah, absolutely. You did come in along with him. I'm fine with the two of you kind of working together.
Roll it again, baby.
Even if it's genuinely Nima, just be like, look over there.
Roll it again, Joe.
Is it the same? Oh no!
You think you can advantage me out of a low roll?
That is 3 threes in a row.
I wanted to try.
What is going on? Okay. Oh, all right, Joe. Joe. Oh no!
Listen, if this was a hockey game, that'd be an incredible score.
I can't believe it was the same. Just 3 through 3. As you're looking around,
it's a speed investigation. It's
That's
not
true.
the most thorough job.
I did say do it quick.
just do it. He's scrolling through it real quick. It's because of your Spartan shirt. As you look through the bodies, you first and foremost are absolutely able to confirm what Lizette saw on that nat 20 perception upon looking in the door initially, is that all of them are wearing the Ember Wake symbol, not as a like a medallion or even some kind of symbol that like a holy person would carry on them, but instead it seems to all be stitched into their clothing, prominent along the breast of the tunics that they seem to be wearing. The rest of the colors seem to match what they would normally wear, but it's a little weird that it's kind of stitched in as opposed to worn as some kind of symbol otherwise. But you look through the bodies, they all look like they took very almost surgical slashing damage, and were very tactically bleeding out, injured enough to stay alive long enough for perhaps something else, but you can kind of figure out that Fastra's encounter with them was to incapacitate them and perhaps question them later, or perhaps do something else with them. Not entirely sure, but you can see their symbols. You can see that the damage done to them was to keep them up. But in terms of the ritual, it's a little beyond you at the moment. There are things here that just feel a little bit off from the Ember Wake's usual, I guess, tactics and what you have learned about them. But it's a little bit hard to tell. You imagine someone who perhaps is a little bit more
schooled in the way of devils specifically might be able to identify some of the faces, even on like those enormous sort of devilish looking faces in the background here, but it's unfortunately not coming to you.
If possible, I'm gonna take one of these stitched in symbols to show people at a later date.
Sure.
And
problem.
then I'm gonna stand like by the door to be like, just to assist the people out because we gotta go. It sounds like, but as soon as they're done, I'm not gonna interrupt them.
No problem. But as Trill was asking sort of the how long and what would happen, she kind of glances towards the ceiling again, taking a look around the entire space. And anyone who kind of follows her view, you can see a sort of like grayish spot in the center of the ceiling starting to slowly expand and kind of taking and reducing any color from that space as it expands from the ceiling, starting to crawl slowly down the walls.
Right, I think we should leave. Yep.
Get home safe, all of you, whatever that looks like. And you see her step towards the front door.
Yeah, I might geez, my strength is so low. Can I even carry Morlo?
He's little.
Don't worry,
He's
I got him. I got him.
He's like 30 pounds.
Yeah,
I got
he's super light.
Yeah, just grab and go.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, Nima, no problem. Assuming everyone heads outside together, you guys are absolutely able to do so and find yourselves outside. As you
He's 33
use various...
pounds.
You're what, how many pounds?
33.
Oh, so I almost nailed it. All right, 33 pounds. We got it. As you all step outside, it is a quiet night still. A part of you might be a little bit surprised considering that Trill was screaming earlier or yelling, and no one seemed to have perhaps woken up from it or whatever, but it is quiet. It's known that Lizette had left to head home a little bit earlier than the others, but at the moment, you guys are all outside and all safe. From the outside, you don't see any indication of that sort of colorless spread from the inside that you witnessed. But
if we hang a minute and watch, or even leave the door open on our way out, does anything happen?
you would witness the door slamming shut if you left it ajar. But you are here. And while you guys are here for a moment, I'm going to set it on fire. While you're here for a moment, I'm going to head back to Lizette for a moment, who is currently flying home. Lizette, as you are heading home, is there a haste to her actions? Is she kind of leisurely? How do you think she is approaching home?
She is flying quickly. Like, the more she thinks about it, the more it's like, oh, yeah, like, one person that might have been involved in the cult ritual got away, so maybe they went to go find Imani. So she starts flying quickly, taking shortcuts over buildings. I think the only thing that sort of like gets her to slow down on the way is, would she see a town guard or a city guard, like,
yes,
on the trip?
I think you would see them on the trip, and it's not in my brain where I had your place of business versus your home. They're not crazy far away from each other, so if you get high enough, you can see obviously like a decent amount of the population as you're going through. So you do see some on your way, and even from the distance, you can see a higher number than usual near your home. You do know that Caldwell did call for a bit more security But rather than the usual sort of 2 or 3 that were near the block, on your home from the distance, you can see there's probably like 8 or 9 right now.
Okay. Foos, just like from Lizette's perspective, as someone that has been in this city for the past 300 years, seen the city guard at a bunch of different states, do you think Lizette would trust the city guard?
The newer generation, yes. Centuries ago, perhaps not. But
Got you.
yes.
Good reforms. The
Yes.
king's been doing a good job. Okay.
You also know the guard captain Kanja has been very much leading the guard to being a little bit more personable, a little bit more aware of the individuals that they do guard. Oh my god, we got raided again. I'm sorry. It's almost every time when Anita's speaking. I'm going to say Anita's our raid summoner. But hello, Razamataz. I haven't seen you in so long. How have you been? I feel like I haven't been able to watch any of your streams lately, but I hope you've been doing well. You were also doing D&D, which is awesome. I hope you had a wonderful night. We just finished our combat last session, so we're kind of coming to the aftermath of that. But I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for dropping by. We are slowly coming up on our overall follower goal of 600, which means we'll eventually have a cheesy dice raffle. So if you want to win some cheesy dice, stick around for that. And in the meantime, thank you very much for dropping by as per usual. You're amazing and I really appreciate it. And as always, I always end with a raid too. We're not going to end soon, but just know that eventually we'll be spreading the love somewhere else. And thank you so much for the follow as well. Anita, back to you. City guard reform.
If she trusts the city guard, she's gonna go to one that she knows from around the block, and just give a description of the of Troll's brother from what she remembers. Just being like, dude is in some trouble, might be causing some trouble, is probably in some trouble.
I will say, the moment you approach the guard, they do travel in pairs, part of the reform. There's always at least 2 together. And as you go to address them, you see them turn towards you to address you. And just as you're about to open your mouth and you hear one of them even kind of call to address you, you watch as your vision seems to kind of white out for a second. You stay there for just a moment, you immediately hear a higher pitched feminine voice. Oh, whoops, too early for that. Let me fix that for you. You hear kind of like a snapping sound and the white disappears from around you again. And where you were in this space, within the city still, the guards were once in front of you. They still are, but they seem frozen in time. And before them stands a sort of shorter, fey-looking woman, brown hair, long down to like the middle of her back, very pointed ears, in a long white dress. Kind of stares at you for a moment. I think you kind of left a little early. Anyway, I'm here to kind of keep you still for a moment. You're safe, don't worry.
Lizette is going to...
Nan's got the secrets.
Yeah, Lizette is going to take out her magic wand and her knife. And just, this voice isn't familiar.
No.
This person at all is not familiar. Okay. No. What language is she speaking?
Common.
And what are you supposed to be?
Kind of have a couple of job titles. But right now, like I said, I'm just here to kind of keep you here. Think of me as a time killer, I guess.
Magic to stop time. And I think she's gonna look around in awe and fear for a second, because she has only read about this in fucking myths. Like, this is something that she thought was a piece of fiction that, like, some adventurers wrote down. But this feels very real. And she is going to look towards this entity and say, you are keeping me in stasis, it seems. For how long?
Yep. A bit. Not too long.
And for what, and to what end?
We kind of have to make sure certain things hit certain goals at certain times and timey-wimey stuff. So for now, I just, like I said, need you to just relax. You can also not relax, but, I think it's good you keep your stress levels down,
Can I have your name?
No.
May I know
Well-
it?
Later.
Really strange name.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I think that Lizette is going to stow her wand, because she's already used magic to kill 5 people today. And
So now it's time to kill someone with a knife.
And honestly, if this person can stop time, a level 3 magic missile is not gonna help us in this
What about
scenario.
a magic 4? Level 4 magic missile.
Do you have a level 4 spell slot
I
that
don't.
you can lend me? Okay.
I would.
Lend me.
I could. I would.
Oh, God.
I got 3 level 1s. If you smush them together.
She is going to put her weapons away and say, whatever you are, whatever this is, I do not consent to being held.
I will note that down.
So if you could please release me.
Ooh, very good manners. But like I said, in time, in a bit, in time, you will be released from time. Make yourself comfortable. Like I said, it won't be long.
Hi again, Dubs. Bye.
Hey, Dubs.
I would like to look at this entity and see what Lizette knows about them from their appearance. What can they glean?
I'm trying to see what if you're looking at her at a sort of like academic standpoint, like what you could find from perhaps her lineage, what she's wearing, that would be a history check. If you're trying to kind of delve into perhaps her motives or why she's here, I think that would be an insight check.
Ooh, okay. Not proficient in history, but we do have a +3, so hopefully this will be so good and fine.
Sounds good.
Boom.
Ooh. I think what you would get is she is absolutely fey of some kind. The long pointed ears, kind of exaggerated features. You're not really sure what she is, but she just seems like almost like diabolically playful in some way. Genuinely, you haven't really encountered any kind of fey creature that could stop time. So that's a bit wild. But other than that,
Yeah.
she's weird.
Okay. So the person that raised me was kidnapped by the Fae and told me to, like, actually ran me through like what to do when the Fae are trying to get you. And it seems like the Fae aren't just trying to get me. It seems like that they have got me. And it seems like I still have a bit of my free will, even if I am in a fucked situation outside of time right now. I am so sorry, besties, but I think she is going to cast darkness on her wand and then try to lunge with her knife at the creature in front of her, and is going to make a bad decision and pick a fight with someone who can cast Time Stop.
Okay. I have two questions for you. The first is, I can't remember. Can you see through magical darkness? You can, right? Because of your...
When I cast it with sorcery points, and I
That's what it
will
was.
use my sorcery points to do so.
Not a problem. Okay. And then please roll me your attack roll at advantage.
Oh, good. They can't see in the dark. That's great. This is good news, and I'm sure it will be auspicious. This will go much better than the last time she tried to kill someone. Where is my dagger attack? Here we go.
Please roll me your damage.
Goddamn. Okay. Hopefully that's a good thing. Boom! 9 points of non-magical dagger damage to the spirit.
As you immediately cast the darkness, even as you start the cast, you see her like, oh, all right. That's fine too, I guess. As the darkness envelops the two of you and you lunge forward, ready to stab into this strange creature before you. You see her smiling at you the entire time, her eyes locked with yours, able to see through this darkness. As you continue forward with the dagger, it does plunge into something, but it's not her. You see as your hand has phased through her body, she just kind of shimmies out of the way, and you find that your dagger is hilt deep into the guard's stomach, still frozen in time, but sunk in the target that was behind her. Oopsie! That was a good hit, actually. I did tell you to relax. Also, this is going to be a problem in a minute. Like I said, you have a little bit more time, so why don't you sit here and think about what you've done.
You pussy ass bitch, you did this on purpose.
And I'm going to leave you there with Lizette with her dagger stuck in this guard's stomach. And I'll pop back to the rest of the team who is not stuck in time and has just left the building.
This is gonna be a very specific and yet also dumb question.
Yeah.
Could Nima do an inside check of like just getting the sense that something bad is happening? Like a motherly intuition.
Wild. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to wrap my head around if there's something in the wind that Nima's family mama instincts might latch onto.
I know from the bracelet my daughter's okay, but I feel like something's happening to my sister.
Ooh, God, I cannot come up with a reason. I would fucking love to, because I love this idea.
Ava, this is a canon event. You just gotta let it rock.
I know, but I want to have a reason to have Nima hustle her bustles to run as fast as she can.
Truly. You don't have any inkling. Your sister left, and she's going home, as she often has. That's a path you guys have tread daily. But you have no reason to think something's wrong.
Well, okay. With that in mind, well, despite everything that has happened, you are still welcome to come by our home for dinner. My daughter would be quite upset if you do not attend, especially you, Merlot, because she was still so fascinated with you. You are such a delight to her.
That is no problem. I look forward to speaking with her.
Very well. Looking at the bracelet, everything still looks good. All right, well, let's calmly, without
home.
any type of inkling, start walking home.
Yeah, I might linger just a little bit longer just to see if anything happens to the building.
Uh-huh. How much longer do you think you would linger?
Not long, a minute.
Okay.
If I lose sight of them, I'll go catch up.
She can sneak kidnapping in a minute, don't you worry.
I have a lot of range.
No, I think you would wait the minute or so, and Trill would be a little frustrated to see that there's no change from the outside.
All right, I'll go after.
Okay.
I'll go after.
Catch up with the crew. Jatsidi, I do believe you had a different location you were heading to. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. So on the way, I am going to see if there is like a garden or a window box with flowers or something to steal some flowers from.
Got it.
But I am going back to Makami's because I was told to come back later.
You were. This is fantastic. Just give me a quick, I guess. All right. Nature would be to see how well you kind of like pick the flowers, if it's not just like a clod of dirt underneath them. Perception would be more like I'm trying to find the nicest flowers. So whatever you think her focus would be in finding any. Getting them is no problem. This is more just the. Okay, go right ahead.
I think perception. And I have advantage from that thing. So
yeah, exactly. No
19.
problem. 19, no problem. You find very, very nice flowers. They are clearly not native to this area, and someone has taken a great deal of time to make sure that they could grow on like the sunny or the shady side of this building. But they're beautiful. They almost look like mountain flowers. They're kind of wild flowers of some kind. Gorgeous. And you do find like a bunch in a sill outside of a window.
Okay. So I'll just I happen to, aside from the weapons that I can summon, I also happen to have a sickle, so I'll just take out the sickle and like cut right there at the base and like walk the rest of the way to Makami's, putting the sickle away with like some just freshly cut random flowers in my hand.
Perfect. You are able to do so and then head on over to Makami's. We do know that you can get lost pretty easily.
Yes, I can.
Do you think she's making an effort to ensure she's going exactly there, or is there a bit of wandering here? Okay.
I am trying to go there.
Okay. Give me a survival check. Thankfully, this DC is not super high. If you weren't trying,
and I'm
that's
trained
what this
in
would...
survival. I've got like I'm proficient with survival.
It's your first time walking around. All right, no problem. No problem.
Go
ahead.
She needs that proficiency in survival, though, to.
Yes.
And it's usually not in a city.
Yep. Yeah. But you continue walking, and you, after a time, are able to find Mukami's trinkets. The half-orc shop owner, having usually been up very, very late. This is pretty late at this time. The time it took to kind of find the place, investigate. The fight itself was quick, of course, but it's middle of the night. And at this moment, you do see that all the lights within the building are off.
Okay. Is the door locked?
When you go to try it, yes.
Okay. Just gonna stand there for a second. Look at the various windows. Can she figure out which one might be the bedroom?
You do know, like, half
assuming
of the
that- yeah.
building you don't see
Yeah,
when you come
assuming
into
that
the
she would
store.
like live above the store or something. So
Yeah, there's a decent amount of the building that you don't see just from like walking in, so you'd be able to recognize like, hey, there's some extra rooms here. We're not entirely sure what that is, but let's just take a look around. Give me an investigation if you don't mind, please.
okay, this isn't gonna be good.
Oh, it's -1. Okay, that's not bad. That is not
Okay,
bad.
okay.
As you are walking around the building, you are able to find another window that does seem to have a bit of light coming from it. Very, very dim. But you're
Okay.
also very adept at being able to see through dark
Yes, I am.
environments. So as you look inside of the building, you can see that there seem to be a few like plants and organic matter. Also, kind of like the chitin of scorpions that have been found out in the desert. Various animal basically ingredients to kind of make some of the armor and things that you see her selling within her store there. But some of them are glowing just very, very dimly, very, very softly. And as they start to kind of pulse, you can see in kind of the other end of the room seems to be a large desk to kind of accommodate her size. And on the other end, as you see her kind of hunched over at her back towards that window that you are at, you can see the fuzzy makings of the owl bear companion that she has resting beside her.
Okay. So Siri will like shuffle a couple of times and then try to position herself in a semi-romantic like pose, and then with like her offhand cast prestidigitation to make it sound like pebbles are being tossed against the window.
And as she was kind of like hunched over from that position, you eventually see her kind of like straighten up, look around for a moment, and then turn back towards the window and squint a little. Slowly get up with the owlbear kind of clambering up beside her, very lethargic in its body movements, but you see her get close to the window, and then as she does so, her eyes kind of widen for a moment. And as she pulls the window open, you also, for just a moment, watch as your vision flashes to white. For that moment that you are within the white, you hear a voice you have not heard before, another feminine voice. Whoops, that's 2. Gosh, you guys are a pain. You hear a snapping sound as the white void disappears, and standing before Mukami, who is frozen in time, you see a Fey woman that you have never met before, brown hair down to the middle of her back, and a long white dress.
Stab the Fae.
Hey there. Are those for me?
No, these are for the shopkeep here. I was in the middle of speaking with her. You have interrupted. Would you mind waiting a moment while I speak with her?
Waiting a moment. Kind of can't. Well, actually, we kind of are. But you just need to stay here. That's all it is.
Would you be able to tell me why?
Sure.
Would you be willing to tell me why?
No.
Can I insight check this creature?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, nice! Hell yeah! What a good roll that one was. You are getting just an like overwhelming sense of this creature being extremely playful. But as she stands before you and is chatting with you, and seemingly everything seems to have stopped around you, she feels a little kind of like almost irritated to be here. To have to do whatever she is doing in this space. But
Malevolent?
Not necessarily. There is an air of like just unease that you get from her. She is off-putting, but otherwise doesn't look that, but the way she carries herself very much so.
Well, I did have other things to do. Can spells pass outside of this effect?
Yes. Kind of.
Thank you. Just a
Kind of.
moment. And she
sure.
touches her one of the skulls that she wears, and since she's not able to get to the person that she was trying to talk to, is going to cast her first sending to Mama Martha.
Okay, go ahead and what would you say? 25 words.
So, and I've been planning this out. So she just kind of nods and then realizes that this is going to be listened into, but there's nothing that Jetsiri can do at the moment, and responds by doing that and just touches the skull. Mama Martha, I've found only hints of the returning. I think I experienced something. I felt as if something were attempting to claim my form. And that is exactly 25 words.
Fantastic. As you send this, you are absolutely able to feel the activation within the skull. You've done this before, you've spoken with her in the past, and as it goes out, you kind of... Joe. You feel the spell activate, but at the moment you don't hear anything back. It goes, that sort of silence stretches for a while before eventually the woman before you goes, it'll take a little bit. Might be weird. For you. But it should be fine.
What should I call you?
Beautiful? I don't know. What you want?
Are you flirting? I cannot always determine if this is true or not, so...
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm bored at this point. I have a little bit of time.
It would be weird if flowers disappeared when this ends. I'm assuming that this will end without me dying. Since you said was just to wait?
Yeah.
So I cannot offer you flowers.
No. Well, you could. I'll take it.
Perhaps if you let me go now?
You'll give me the flowers? Is that what are you trying to bribe me with flowers? Is that what's happening right now?
No, you said would take flowers, and I said I would give flowers if you let me go now, but otherwise I have use for them.
So you wouldn't have a use for it if I gave it to you. Anyway, it's fine. I don't need the flowers. Just make yourself comfortable. It'll be a bit.
How long?
It's hard to say when you're stuck, isn't it?
Yes, but you're the one that is causing this stuck. Unless you are trapped here with me. Are you trapped here with me?
No?
No.
Yeah.
So, are you this thing that causes the trap?
The trap? This isn't a trap.
This thing that causes the curse?
No.
This is curse?
No.
Are you
I'm not sure
this
what you're asking,
thing,
so I'm just saying no at this point.
this thing that has caused the stillness?
Yeah. What about it? Are you trying to call it a curse? It's not really a curse. It's like just a thing. It's just happening. I think
Is
you're
it
trying
the thing
to...
that you do?
That I do?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
So
yeah.
you are the one that has done this.
Sure.
You do not sound positive that you are the one that has done this.
Yeah.
Right. So have you special interest in me for some reason?
Oh, not me. I don't care.
Then why you do this? Is this for a game? Because I will happily play with you after the talk with this shop person.
I think you can kind of consider this part of the game, I guess. But
Oh, is there riddle? I have heard that in material world that there are creatures that have you solve riddles to get out of situations.
Oh, no, you, like I said, you just make yourself comfortable. You get to just hang out with me for a certain amount of time. And that's what it is. How often can
But
I
I
get
have
time?
nothing to call you while
No,
hanging
well-
out with you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what to call me? Or you were just pointed in direction and I happened to be there?
Quite truthfully, I kind of don't care. But like I said, we're going to get to know each other later. It's just not right now. It's a little early, but you guys are a little squirrely, so we're doing what we can.
Who is we? Can tell me
You're-
that, yes?
Nope. Good talk. Get yourself
Not
comfortable, like I
really.
said.
This is not good talk.
This one went better than the other one, let me tell you.
There is other one?
Yeah.
What other one?
You'll
have-
find out soon.
Well, I have feeling that this is not good talk. So if there is other talk that is not good talk, was it with the manservant?
This is the man. You're like kind of trying to find out what that means for a moment, and then
Well, was it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But either way, like I said, you'll find out everything. Just have some patience. Chill out a little bit. You got a little bit of time on my hands, mostly. But you're here, you get to kind of enjoy that. So if there's something that you just wanted to do while no one was around, you got a book to read or something, you could go ahead and do that.
I would prefer not to. And Jetsiri is just gonna walk around her and try to climb past Mukami into the shop back or whatever.
Mukami does take up this whole window. She a big girl.
Yeah, so Jetsiri is like, no, I don't necessarily want to be in this situation, and you are providing me with no useful information, so I am going to go about my business and assume that Mukami will eventually be able to hear me.
Okay, so are you attempting to get into the building? Is essentially
Yes.
also what I'm asking. I need a wisdom saving throw, please, as you
Okay.
reach through the window.
Okay.
It's a strong.
No!
It's a strong 6.
I
As
am
you-
proficient in wisdom saves. Every time you have me throw a wisdom save, it's crap. What the hell?
As
should play
you
Barbarian next time.
as you climb through the window on the way over, you immediately start to feel your whole body seize. At that moment, you feel fully paralyzed as you watch a sort of shimmer activate around the space for a second, and you watch as Wake just kind of floats back into your position or into your eye line. Oh dear! You know what the best part is? That's not even on me. I guess she has some protections up, and that's kind of a thing. By the way, while you're here, you can still kind of mess around with the environment, and the environment can still mess around with you. So this isn't my doing; it's yours. So far, the first part has gone up. I think there are a few others, and the first one is you're paralyzed, and we're gonna find out together what the rest of it is. I haven't trapped or gotten to this part of her traps or whatever, but I guess we'll find out together. You also probably can't respond to me, so our good talk is over now that you're paralyzed. But you do get to listen to me for a little bit, and I think my voice is great. So, I like your hair, and she just starts rambling at this moment. But I will leave you here, stuck in this stasis. At the moment.
Fucking hell.
I'm watching Anita react and disappear. It feels like the camera can't contain the reactions. But while we have these two stuck in this moment and everyone else is more or less walking together, I'm gonna have us take our first break here. So we're gonna take a 10-minute break. It is 11:20, so we'll be back at 11:30. Grab a drink, stretch your legs. We're gonna pick up in the middle. They're in so much shiz. That is correct.
We'll see what happens when we get back. But thanks for hanging with us. Thank you for so many raids. Holy crap, we had so many raids. That was crazy. But we very, very much appreciate it. We'll take a quick 10-minute break and come join us when we come back. Bye.
5.
Means we're live. Way back. I do think our lovely Ava's here. Evie will be back soon. But in the meantime, we have Jatsini and Lizette sort of stuck in time, but the other 4 are not. And they were just leaving the Flask and Silk. So we're going to be picking up with the 4 of you as you guys are leaving the area. But feel free to have any kind of conversation or head in a specific direction, whatever you'd like.
We've been to their house before, right? So we know how far that away that is.
Yeah, that's how you met. Well, one of the ways you met. Anita, you just got a D4 from Maya.
Maya.
That way you won't miss your next stabbing victim.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It wasn't a miss. He just hit him with a nat 20.
Yeah, that was a very good roll.
Hit him in the gut. Hit him a bunch of important shit
He
too.
has plot armor to be like, tee-hee, you're stabbing a helpless NPC instead. Tee-hee.
Can't believe
At
it.
best,
That's how
you're
y'all
going to
treat the
prison.
help.
Oh no. Anyway, yes,
Caldwell, gotta run, my brother. Let's get you out of there. Blink twice if you're in danger.
if you're in duress.
I blink not at all. Possibly ever.
Does not blink.
If you're, when speaking to your daughter, is there topics you would not want me to speak about? From my limited understanding of how you treat your young, you withhold certain information. Just wanted to.
I would prefer if you do not speak of what transpired here tonight. At most, you can say that there was a scuffle with gang activity, but in regards to what type of gang, the cult related things, I'd rather speak to her privately.
I have a above table question, if that's all right. We might have covered this in the first episode, but it's not in my notes. Nima and Lizette appear to be elves, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
What is the daughter? Is she half or full?
You just ask that.
Well, Trill would recognize the difference.
Okay, so no, so she is elven, however, her bloodline leans more celestial. So none of the like elven traits. Similar to Nima, she looks elven. Everything seems to be elven, but there's just something that's different type of vibes.
Imani's daddy is a light skin elf.
That blue-eyed, light-skinned man always causing trouble.
That's where she gets the blue eyes from. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, that was all I was wondering.
Sorry.
But yeah.
To explain where my inner head was, if she appears elven or if she appears half elven, would give Trill an idea of how old she might actually be, which is why I was asking.
She's still very young. Like,
Okay.
Also, elves kind of age around the same time as humans as well. So, like, they hit their adulthood at around the same time anyway. So, in general, she would more or less be the same age.
Okay, I have such a hard time
she's
getting
like
that straight
roughly 12.
sometimes. Okay,
Oh, you're
cool.
good. Yeah. She's pre-teenish. Yeah.
I'm very distracted. Noel was brought up in the chat, and I don't know why.
Noels?
Noel.
Your boy Noel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
David
or
Attenborough
Noel. Oh,
was
because you're...
Noel?
Noel.
Oh, no. It
The
was the
voice was
character
brought
he
up, but
played on.
why his
Okay, got it.
why voice? I'm just confused. It's fine.
I was vaguely saying the parental units lie to their offspring as if it was a documentary.
That
so
sounds like Noel.
that was...
It's not lying if she wants to talk to her privately, not in front of strangers. It's just withholding for the moment. She wants dinner to be nice.
We ain't got
Yes,
none of our
Carlos,
shit
there was-
together tonight.
Just,
If there was
Just
anything you were
like-
gonna say,
just like going to the dentist wasn't lying. Just putting off
That
for
was a
later. I'm
lie
sorry.
because
I'm
she
sorry.
panicked. That's a full-blown lie because she panicked. That's really it.
I was sitting there trying to remember Noel's voice. I was like, why is it so hard? It's like because the sentence too short. He would add like 3 paragraphs to that.
yeah.
Anywho,
Yes, I rather speak with her more in a private setting for that. There is. The last time she encountered the cultists, it was in the late hours, so she was slumbering. I don't know how much she is aware of their activities and what transpired before we left. So I'd rather handle that without company.
Fair enough.
Are cults prevalent in your society?
Society. Yes.
It's more so we have old families that are influential back home, and unfortunately, it seems that a lot of those families were a part of a cult. And that made their influence a lot better to obtain, or at the very least, easier to manage for them. And I was born into one and then married into another.
Oh,
Cults?
Yes, the
That's,
things, the people that we saw in there, they were a part of a cult. Or at the very least, they had the symbols of a cult.
do cultists usually turn into toothy aberrations?
See, I don't know. I wasn't involved with their inner meetings.
Right.
Man,
So
I hope
it's,
my
the
sister's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Understand it's the wee one's birthday coming up. That's lovely.
Yes, I'm so excited for her. My darling girl. She's so precious. She's so perfect. I just wanted to make sure everything's fine. And so the fact that this thing is happening right now is causing me to be very, very upset.
By the time we were leaving, it looked like the guard presence was quite sufficient. I'm sure she's better off than we were.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And from my understanding, she is still okay. But the fact that this is happening is causing me to be very, very annoyed.
quietly, without saying anything, refill your coffee.
Just walking and talking and then just like refill. Thank you.
You seem
No
upset.
problem.
Do you want me to help you?
You are a cleric, is that correct?
Indeed.
I would appreciate if you would be so kind to provide some healing. As you saw, I did almost go down.
And then you ran away from me.
I needed to check on my sister because she left.
I can't heal through walls.
That is fair.
Well,
That is fair. And I was able to give myself some healing, but I'm still.
Just a moment, and he'll rustle his sleeves for a little bit and pull out that kind of familial like bandage kind of material that he's using. Just hold still. He's going to use his healer's kit on you, and you're going to get. Wrote this down last time. Then Foos did a bunch of shady shit, so I can't see what my formula was.
Was it shady? I was fixing the character sheet that had 500,000 Constitution added to it for no reason.
You're fine. Foos, you're fine. It's
I don't
26
know why I
plus
did that.
4 plus your level, so it's 26 plus 9. Should get you.
Good big roll.
12, that's not bad.
Okay.
See, 12 back from that. Do you think you need more?
Luna does.
I think
Or perhaps.
hopefully nothing else will happen for the evening.
Okay. I would just, if it does, I would kindly ask that you stay close kind of to me. I can't run as fast as you can.
I
or anyone.
understand, and I appreciate the work that you did. I am sure that it was not easy. From what I gleaned, you're not much of a fighter. Is that correct?
Oh, I abhor violence. Truthfully, I am somewhat horrified at what I've seen today, but I understand the need for it. I just don't appreciate it.
Can you condone
Well-
it considering what we were fighting though? Like the aberrations or whatnot? Is that
We have intruders, people who would come to do harm to my people and our home, and yes, we unfortunately sometimes have to,
fair enough?
accelerate their end. But
I like that.
and I understand here there was no reasoning with those creatures, so I understand it again a bit, and I don't think lesser of any of you. It's just shocking.
Well, at the very least, you walk a very difficult path, it seems, and I, at the very least, appreciate the path that you walk. It is not an easy one.
I think if we all just give peace a chance, we can come to better conclusions.
I try my best with that, but sometimes people make that difficult.
I understand that. For sure. The Caldwell.
What are you doing?
She's getting
She said
kidnapped.
she was going on a date. Do you know about this?
I'm unfamiliar with your mating practices. Maybe Trill.
They weren't to the
could help.
mating yet. They were just at the courtship.
Well, now I'm nosy. Who is she courting?
I'm not entirely certain. I thought I got a vibe of her with your sister, if I'm being honest.
Me too. Me too.
I don't know if Jatsiri noticed, but I think your sister.
Well, my sister's very messy, so who knows?
I have one of those too.
You said I was loud! You said I was loud!
He said shouting.
Who would ever think that?
Anyway. But who knows? Hopefully, we'll see. She'll be okay. It seems. It looks like she was not as harmed. Luckily, during the fight.
Jatsiri.
Just 30.
I think
I
she's
helped
pretty tough.
mend her, but she fought well.
That one's got tricks. Your sister, she didn't seem to like to fight much at all. She seemed a little bit more to my friend Morlow's persuasion there, not very violent. You see what I'm doing?
She fights when she needs to.
It's fair.
That's the best way to put it. Honestly, both of us. I try my best to not be placed in situations where I have to do that. I honestly, despite my anger issues, I will admit it is not something that I easily wish to do.
Caldwell, give me a perception check, please.
Perception, you say?
Persuasion.
Perception?
You spotted in the corner of your eye.
That many.
Set being tossed into a jail wagon.
Nothing!
It is again the middle of the night at this moment. There's not a lot of traffic out here. There's not a lot of people walking around, but there are a couple guards, of course, kind of taking note of things and just kind of walking by. A few of them even kind of greet you and Nima, especially knowing the two of you are from the area and have walked this path many times before. But what you miss, but Trill does not, is someone does seem to kind of walk behind the crew for a moment, getting relatively close to Caldwell for a second before turning in a different direction. But
Can I give Caldwell a slight nudge under the guise of having him give me a little bit of maybe coffee? And then kind of, where's your man over there?
How does one subtly look directly behind them?
Like a butler.
yeah, whatever.
I'll
it's
drop
like.
something. I'll drop something as we're walking. Right after I ask him that. Oh, shit, sorry.
I will retrieve it for the lady and take the opportunity to look to see what the hell she's talking about.
Looking directly at you are the glowing sort of cinder eyes of a familiar tiefling contact of yours, hooded at the moment with a cloak on. She seems to lock eyes with you purposefully, at this moment not attempting to be subtle, but continues walking away from you.
Friend or foe?
Perhaps both. Miss, I will return the thing you dropped.
Sorry, that feels shitty to do to the help, but...
Does the Caldwell have a date as well?
If you need to go, Caldwell, we're going back home, so you know where we're going.
Trill, with your fucking bonkers passive perception, something was deposited into one of Caldwell's pockets.
Oh.
Morlow's going to give you guidance because he thinks you're going out of date.
If I try and get laid this minute,
You have a minute.
I don't know how fast this takes.
chase her down. There's no time.
God, want us a minute, and so the action just lasts for a minute.
Morlo, just pray into the infinite. Dear infinite, please help my new friend Caldwell get laid.
Infinite, let this man fertilize the land.
Maybe we need any bored.
Oh my god. Okay.
No time for a hotel. We'll find a clean alley. We'll do it standard.
Jesus.
Marlon, look what you have done.
Anywho, I assume my attention will be drawn to my
gosh.
pocket.
That's up to Trill, I guess.
Oh, I notice it, but he doesn't.
Yeah, because your past perception was insane. He rolled a 7. Or no, you rolled less than that.
I
You
rolled a
plus 4. You
4.
just... I'm so sorry. You rolled 4. You're right.
They left you something.
Ah. Then I will retrieve it from my
I'll
pocket.
kind of awkwardly shuffle away and like, this is weird.
As you retrieve it, you hold it up.
You got very quiet.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that at all.
As you retrieve it, it seems to be a folded up note.
I will unfold it.
Okay. In a cipher that you are familiar
You up?
with because you have done you have interacted with them before.
That's what we call
You're
them.
able.
Eggplant emoji, just a little drawing of it.
Oh my god! You're able to read the very short message that is on it. Unlike you, to miss an appointment. I need to speak soon.
What?
Bless you.
What are we talking about? Did
You
we miss
making
a
that
week
noise
inside
with
this
you
building?
covered with that hat is amazing. Sorry, good. Also, assuming you guys were walking and talking the whole time.
Yes, of course.
It's probably about this moment where, in the distance, you can see the very familiar chair of Lizette standing in front of 2 guards. Lizette, we're going to pop back to you as we leave them in their walk. But as you stand here with your dagger sunk into the guard's stomach, and this fey creature right beside you seemingly taunting you with the words she was saying initially, you see her kind of looking at you, looking at the dagger, and looking at you. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? Well, in more than one way, right? Pain for him, pain for you. It's a nice dagger, by the way.
It's was a gift. Lizette is freaking the fuck out. Is there blood? Like, is the person bleeding, or
Not
it's
yet.
just okay? Not yet. That's good. I would suppose you would have you have the ability to stop time, it seems. Might you also carry a healing potion or something to undo the stupid thing I have done?
Oh, no.
So it is not in your power to unstab this man, as I have so recklessly done.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just said I don't have a potion on me.
What do you want? You know what I want.
Okay.
I want to undo that.
Ooh, that's a big ask.
Let's see. The thing is, I'm not sure what I necessarily want from you, but I do know what would be helpful.
It's a little wishy-washy, and essentially, if you do agree to something like this, if you go back on it, it's going to be real bad for you. So I think before I even offer it, I should ask how serious you are about this. How much do you not want to hurt this guy? Possibly kill him. It looks pretty bad. You, let me tell you, did not miss any organs. You hit like 4, I think. That's a pretty populated area that you just hit. You know, coming from one stabber to another. Yeah, so how important is this to you?
They're a stabber. I see. This is Anita speaking.
So Anita learned nothing.
No, Lizette learns that they are a stabber as well. And that is something that they have to keep in mind, especially and that's something that they are deeply considering as they're looking at this person, who they have probably known and seen, throughout their home, throughout their life. Probably watched this person grow up from a toddler to now.
Is a human.
And has done that so many times. And maybe it would be a hell of a lot easier to just be like, oops, I guess I'm gonna leave my dagger in this man, and fly off and find a new city to put roots down in for 300 years.
Yeah.
But I think there is a moment where she hears the voice of her mentor. And like specifically like saying some bard aphorism. He had so many just like bard sayings from songs and poets throughout the ages. It basically went like if you do one thing and learn from it, that's something that happened. If you do one thing over and over again, then that starts to become who you are. And Lizette doesn't want to kill people. Lizette doesn't want to be that, especially to this city that, despite all of its faults, fucking raised her. So she will take a deep breath, kiss everything she is about to give goodbye, and say, name your price.
Huh. Brave one. Or a desperate one. Sometimes the same. Anyway, doesn't make a difference to me. What will happen if you agree to this? I will take your dagger out of this guy. He won't bleed. We'll stitch him back up. Everything will be fine. He won't know anything happened. He'll be fine. He won't know that you sank your blade into his belly. Had it been a little larger, it might have popped out the back, but you sank in there. Anyway, what will happen is, in the future, you're going to lose a little bit of time at my choosing. Do you agree?
I really should have my lawyer look over this.
Just us.
Yeah, she nods, and asks how they make this deal. Spitting in their hand and shaking on it, signing a name in blood.
No, this one's nice and simple. You see her extend her hand towards you. A nice little shake on it.
And Lizette grasps this creature's hand.
As soon as you do, you feel her long, spindly fingers kind of wrap around your hand, give you a firm shake. As she does so, you watch as her grin kind of spreads across her face, just wider than it would normally, tips going from ear to ear. All done. And as she does that, you hear that familiar kind of snapping sound, and you find yourself a good 3 feet back from that guard, time having been restored. The guard standing in front of you unharmed, dagger not even in your hand. But you immediately hear, "Did you need something, ma'am?" As the unharmed guard and his companion stand beside him.
Lizette is going to burst into tears. Lizette is
are
going
you all right?
to...
Just immediately starts like stepping towards you. The rest of the team, you do see from behind. You were walking up on Lizette's chair, and nothing really seemed to have happened, but you immediately see the guards kind of rushing up beside her and asking if she's okay.
I'm rushing up to be by my sister. Why are the guards rushing to be to her?
One of them kind of kneels before you and is just looking up, and Ma'am, is something wrong? Is there something we can help you with? You are looking into the eyes of the man you stabbed a moment ago, just innocently asking if you're all right.
What's his name?
That's true.
Yeah,
You
Foozca.
would
What's
know
his
his
name?
name. Give me a second. Let me
Joseph.
the name. Yeah, listen, I'm always doing this to other people, so I fully understand. And
Always doing this to other people.
me?
You just have
Manor.
a list and then you pull one. Like, why is
That's
that so
exactly
hard?
what it is. Exactly. It's fine. Who
Alright,
you are
Joe.
speaking to is Kibe. Kibe.
Yeah, I think that she is going to pull Kibe in and just hug him.
There.
And just cry for a minute.
Is
See him-
everything all right?
Oh, Nima.
Mister, why are you... Kibe?
Good evening. She seems very upset. You see him just kind of like gently patting one of her shoulders, but is not fighting or resisting the hug.
Yeah, she's just going to pat his cheek, and say, I am so sorry, Kibe. I completely forgot why I came over here.
That's all right. Is there anything I can do for you?
She is shaken, but just nodding her head no. And she backs up from the guard, and tells him, non parts, please go about your business, gentlemen.
You see him kind of looking at Nima as if waiting for like secondary permission to leave
I
Lizette.
would like to insight check my sister real quick.
Yeah.
It's more so specifically of, is this because of what the fight that we just... like
You
what
get advantage
the
on this,
fight-
please.
Cool. Or is something just recently happened type of vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 17.
Yeah.
No,
I think you would
obviously
know.
something recently just happened.
Yeah.
Like she was not in this bad a state when she left you.
Is Kibe under the... I don't remember the name of the guard that Caldwell speaks with, but like, are they a part of like the same team function?
They're not like because they take care of certain like districts within the city. He takes care mostly of the district that is like pretty much right between the business area where your brothel is and your home. So he's kind of like in the center of those two. So you often cross through this area.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There would seem to have been some type of disturbance over where the old
Flask and Silk. I had it written down.
There seemed to have been a disturbance over by the old Flask and Silk, and my sister was quite disturbed by it. She's fine. It just seemed to have shaken her. But I appreciate you being concerned. We're making sure that she gets home.
All right. Do you get home safely? Would you need, or you see him kind of look past the familiar faces of Lizette Caldwell and Nima to the mushroom and Trill
They
as
are
well.
with us. They are with us.
Um, did you need escort or?
With the 5 of us, we should be fine. It's not too far.
All right. Then I will leave you, I suppose. Please have a good night. And you see, he turns back to Lizette and sets his hand down on the arm of your chair for a moment. Please be well.
Lizette upon hearing him speak directly to her, looks at his chest where she's stabbed between the grooves of the armor.
While you do that,
What's it look like?
Give me a perception check.
From this man's perspective, you broke down and now you're checking him out.
Just dead stare at his breastplate.
Those titties must be pretty.
Undressing them with your eyes.
They usually are.
Too bad you're probably a lesbian. But you can still appreciate.
Lizette is a pansexual disaster.
So you can appreciate and then also want.
As you look at the sort of shifting plates that do protect this man's chest and stomach, for just a moment against the gleam of the metal with the moonlight illuminating this space, and a few of the firelights that are going to keep this city alight at night, for just a moment, the words you can read for just a second before you blink and it disappears is, "Gotcha." Right where your dagger had been a moment ago. It disappears just as quickly as you see it.
Yeah. Lizette, the character that I have control of, will murmur a very old sort of basically it translates to "Devils preserve us." Will murmur that under her breath in Infernal, as just a very old thing that she used to say when she was growing up in the cults, when it's it's basically a sort of God willing, that sort of phrase that sort of that phrase, that lexicon, that habit apparently is still with her, at least for tonight. So she will sort of nod to the guards and just float up and keep close to her sister.
As you start heading off, you hear the Kibe specifically. Komesi, ma'am. And head back to his post with the other. And you are free to continue on. Nima, was there something you were going to ask?
We are going to talk later about this.
As Nima says that, you hear in your head only. Do you need help? I can help calm you down.
Lizette is going to scream.
Out loud or internally?
Out loud.
Okay.
Guards
Just-
whip around.
just a little yelp. A little yelp.
Is that too much?
I am sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot you did that.
Don't
More
worry.
low.
Don't worry. Our mushroom friend.
My nerves. Go.
Our friend does the mind linking and it caught her off guard. Please do not worry. Please do not worry. Apologies.
Have a good night, Nima.
We are
Yeah.
walking and talking. We are walking and talking.
Going.
I swear to God.
Mhm.
I think that Lizette will say, oh goodness, look a mess. Lizette, would like a little bit more healing, just before she walks into her home. She's gonna do mending on her clothes where there are bite marks, before she goes back and scares the shit out of her baby niece. And she's also gonna prestidigitate her stuff, but she is not a doctor, and she does not know how to heal.
Was that a yes? I'm still new to your culture. Okay.
Please, Dr. Merlot, I would be very grateful. I do not know what you charge for pro bono doctoring work, but
you get 14 back as you get bandaged up, and again the smell of fresh wet sod and a little bit of spring air kind of is with that. But at the same time, as he does that, at the end of it, he's going to put his little hands together and kind of push them outwards. And everyone in a 20-foot radius needs to give me a charisma save as he's attempting to calm emotions.
Oh no.
If you are resisting it,
If you're resisting it, right?
yeah, you can also
Yeah.
choose. Caldwell.
You don't have to resist.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
choose to fail if you would like.
besties, I am so sorry. Lizette is not letting anything get cast on her right now. Not without a fight, at least.
The only reason why is because he did not warn that he's doing it to everyone else.
No, it's fine. Yeah, he's
You also did watch him do it, so just for reference.
I thought it was just only to her sister.
I hate to do this to you, but I have a D20.
That is so fair, bestie. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a 3. Oh, wow. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you would hear kind of the slow lapping waves of the infinite, passively, nothing deafening or anything. Everything is super gentle. It's just trying to just bring you down. It's just tranquility, it's peace, it's trying to find your center. It's all of that. And he's not talking you through it, it's just obviously something that you feel. But it's warmth, it's very slight motion, tranquility overall. Just trying to calm you. That is
Um, it is incredibly disorienting for
the whiplash.
the whiplash, the body to feel one way and the mind to feel a completely different way. But it is enough to at least let her focus on the task ahead and the present moment instead of the everything that is happening. And she looks a lot calmer as she walks through the city. For 1 minute at least.
For a little bit, yeah. It's gonna be a nice minute. But yeah, everyone but Caldwell hears the infinite. And, well, Caldwell, you would hear it, but you wouldn't feel magically calmed, at least, as opposed to the rest of your team. As the spell goes off, and a little bit of calm is given to this group, we will come back to our time-frozen warlock, who is kind of paralyzed in a window, with the fey creature on the other side of the window now, like inside of the building and looking at you, as Mukami does still seem to be frozen, as well as Waku, her goofy-looking owlbear. But you see the fey woman just smiling brightly in your direction. So this is gonna be kind of boring for you now because you're like stuck. But I can kind of help you out with that a little bit. Not with the stuck part, but with the communication part. Just give me a second, all right? I would say nod, but you can't do that either, now can you? Give me a second. Or 12. Or 30? Who can tell? Give me a second. She kind of like hums to herself for a moment and focuses. And for a brief second, you watch as it almost seems like her form entirely seems to like flicker, almost like a light about to go out, before it resumes and seems kind of brighter in this moment. And as she stares at you, you see her eyes kind of intensify a little bit, kind of like widen in your direction. And you hear her in your mind instead, sort of sourceless but encompassing. There, now we can talk. So
she would probably, like, as she tunes into the frequency, if she can also hear thoughts instead of them having to be directed, is it like a thought sense thing, or is it I have to direct thoughts at her?
You have to direct thoughts at her.
Okay. So there was a lot of cussing going on in for a second there. All of it in deep speech, too.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, there's a solid pause. She goes, this is not something that was expected. I'm assuming that this is entertaining for you.
Yes. Like I said, this is the good one. Well, the more positive one, I guess?
We could potentially have this positive interaction when I am not stuck in window. Perhaps if you would like to come back later.
Oh, I will. I will. But, you know, for now I had to pop in for a second.
There's no way to get you to go away right now.
Oh no. Well, until your time.
Or perhaps you stick around, bring Mukami in with us. We have talk then.
Nah.
I can be more entertaining if this would be assisting. But really, you are mostly just wanting me to be bored here. What is purpose of this?
A couple of things. But the first thing is your desperation's pretty entertaining alone. So you trying to find for things, bargain and stuff, it's always a good time for me. The other thing I want to mention is you're asking for all these kinds of things.
It's mostly just that I do not see point, so clarifying questions are being asked, mostly because this is not entertaining for me.
Yeah, it's not meant to be.
Me and the shopkeep person? That is fully understandable. She would probably not do well at home.
Sure. Yeah, all right. So, as you are, stuck here for a little bit, and I have a little bit more time with you, we're almost up. I'm starting to see, like I mentioned, that this trap has a couple things coming your way. So, it's probably going to be a little uncomfortable while you're stuck here. And we'll see how quickly she reacts too. But it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not my fault, in my defense. So just so you know, that's all.
I do not claim it to be your fault. I was attempting to climb into someone's home without invite.
Yeah, dangerous times. Some people are paranoid. Not sure why.
Probably because of beings like what I was just encountering previously. You could not see the blood because I can't look down at herself. You could not see the blood because I cleaned it, but there was blood.
And like eyes like dart down or something.
Yeah.
Like cannot move. Yeah, well, either way, you are a person trying to break into someone's home, so that's the thing.
Break is strong word. One, I am not breaking things. I am entering without.
No, you already did break into another place,
Yes, this is why I say this is just strong word. I have broken nothing.
Yeah.
In this particular case.
Something on you might be broken in a moment. Anyway, I will, I guess, leave you for a little bit. Not too much time now, but you should be free in now. Okay. See you later. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. As she kind of like quietly says goodbye to you, her voice seems to like trail off, and you are immediately recognizing that the space around you has started to move again. The soft glows kind of pulsing in this room. Mukami leaning towards the window before immediately kind of like looking around confused and then seeing you here. You are paralyzed, but you do get another attempt at
still holding the flowers out too. Yeah.
Sounds good. Hit me with another wisdom saving throw. And this is for a couple of things. Oh man, she's proficient in this, guys. She's
fucking wisdom saves. What is it with you and fucking wisdom saves?
Being very rude to you. So you take 15 points of force damage as you are stuck in this space. You feel a vibrant red pulse kind of come from what seems to be the building itself. And as you are still paralyzed, you watch as it kind of rejects you from this space and you are propelled out the window, in which you kind of thankfully hit the ground, and immediately once you're outside of the range of the window, seem to kind of regain control of your body once again. But you essentially fly back over Mukami's head, who watches this for a moment, very confused before going, are you okay?
Stands up, cracks her back. There was irritating Fey spirit that held, and you could not see it. It is fine. I will heal, probably. That was painful. This is for you.
As you go to look at your flowers, they are just stalks, as the force damage just tore all of the petals and leaves from them. As you look in her direction. Gee, thanks. It's very late.
You told me to come back late.
Yeah, I did. The other night.
This
is really late for you. Yeah.
This is how long?
We talked like 2 days ago.
It did not feel like I was held with strange face spirit for 2 days.
Okay.
Perhaps it was demons?
Do you have a safe place to be right now?
Is this because you are threatening or because there are other threatening objects?
It's late is all. Are you alright?
I will probably be fine. I saw something that looked like me, had its head split open and then attempt to eat me with its new mouth. Was very, very unpleasant. That was more unpleasant than your house disliking me. But no, I came for information and possibly date. I was unclear. My apologies that this is so late.
No worries. But I was about to go to bed, so I gotta finish up here. Why don't you maybe drop by in the morning or so, and we can. Are you safe?
I am much more frightening than most things that are on the street, so this should be fine. But
Yeah.
if you have not information about the hacker family, then this is fine. I shall go deal with the cult and demons.
Okay. When I open, maybe I can give you some things to help you. All right?
What time does this happen? I do not know if Strange Face Spirit has found fascination with me. She said that I was a more positive experience than the manservant that she also spoke to. But so I do not know if I will be busy for another few days because of this.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I open up at 8 in the morning, which is in like 5 or 6 hours. So I'm gonna go to sleep. And
yes. Why are you not sleeping yet?
Well, I just fell asleep at my desk. But your tapping woke me up. Yeah.
It must be uncomfortable on neck. So yes, be sure to stretch first.
Yep. You have a good night.
Yes.
Slowly starts closing the window, staring at you the whole time. What's up, girl?
I
How you
have a
doing?
question.
Okay.
Is it possible for me, Ava, to do an insight check on this interaction and see how terrified she is of this entire situation? I know Nima's not in this picture, but I personally want to know how this lady is to this entire interaction.
We will very happily talk about this after stream for sure. As of right now, I will put that on pause.
Diddy fully freaked the fuck out of this poor person. Poor Mukami.
It takes a lot to freak her out. She's not freaked out.
Okay.
She is.
Everyone thinks they want an Edward Cullen until they get an Edward Cullen.
Do not insult me that way.
I read those books.
Do not insult me that way. Jesus fuck.
Oh my god.
You're very pale.
We now are enemies. But yeah, so Jetsuri just kind of stands there, like shrugs and drops the flower stalks that are left, and like kind of shifts and cracks a couple more joints from the severe amount of force damage that she just took. Looks around and goes, "Where did they live again?"
That's true. You're terrible at navigating the city. Please give me one last survival check to see how your trip back to this place goes, and then we will hop over to it. Okay, so it takes a little bit.
Fully
You definitely
expected.
get lost.
Fully
Yeah,
expected.
you definitely get lost a little bit. But the thing that you have, your as you check your bracelet, it does seem to still be in the same direction, which is home. For Jatsidi, the only thing that you have that's working for you is that there was quite a bit of a holdup when they met up with Lizette. So while you did have that interaction with Mukami, and she's not super far from their home, you're behind them for sure, so you won't necessarily reach the place.
Yeah. No,
at the same
I
time
fully
or anything like that,
expected to get lost with a 9.
Yeah, you're a little lost. You're gonna be a little late. But the rest of the team, you are able to make it back home. Which at the moment, which Lizette noticed from a distance, but there are many guards around your space. And once you kind of start getting a little bit closer, Caldwell specifically, you do recognize your contact walking directly towards you, seemingly with purpose and a bit of intensity in his eyes. But as he makes it, kind of closes the distance, is everything all right?
It would seem not.
What has happened?
There was an altercation at what was formerly the Flask and Silk.
Okay.
I
Is that why
don't
you were
know
gone?
how long ago. I noticed when we left that it was later than I expected. But based on recent information, it is much later than I expected. From my perspective, it was insert correct time ago.
You hear, are you sure?
As sure as I can be.
Well, it tells you that it is nearly to the hour 2 days later.
I'm running into the house, just as a heads up, with while Caldwell's talking, I'm bum rushing in and going
Same.
to my kid.
Same.
Okay. Yeah.
That football tackle happening again. That ticker tackle happening again.
Absolutely. But you guys are heading inside, and as you do so,
I know I'd
yeah.
requested an increased presence. Is all this because something happened or because we were absent?
you were absent for the 2 days, and after you asking for help, it made me a bit more cautious than usual. Imani has still been going to school, but we've been sending escorts with her and have not been leaving her alone at any time. She remains safe, as well as your home. We weren't sure when you would possibly return, but we attempted to keep things as normal looking as possible. Things are strange here, but nothing here has happened under my watch.
Well, I imagine there's a very sad and worried little girl inside, but
Yes.
you have yet again surpassed what could be expected. And I cannot tell you the peace of mind it gives to know that for that length of time, everything was as under control as it could be.
I'm relieved to see you return.
As am I, but there are many questions beyond what I already had for this evening. I'm gonna produce, I don't know if I'm gonna hand over this bit of stitched fabric thing. And I'm going to tell him, without having to stall for time to check the notes on the thing that I have somewhere. Emberwick, I knew what it was the whole time.
Nailed it.
There was, within the Flask and Silk, this group present. Apparently, beyond just summoning auras. That's horrors, with an H dropped, in case that wasn't clear. And as I said it, I was like, auras doesn't make sense.
Horrors, yep.
There was also some sort of time effect. From the street, the place looked abandoned, so it was already illusioned to seem normal. But this is the group.
You see him looking at it and kind of puzzled as he stares at the emblem before looking back at you. Is there a way to reveal said symbol?
Do I still see it?
Yeah.
There may be more to this concealment than I thought. You don't see a symbol directly here.
I see fabric.
Wonderful. All right. I'm going to pull out a pad of paper and attempt to draw the symbol.
Okay. As you start to, just give me a dex check to see how good this is.
Just raw dex.
Just raw dex.
Let's see. It's only my best stat. You know what? I can't take it with me. Every bit helps. It's a 9.
I can't say I know what that is. A
It's
feather,
not
perhaps?
the best reproduction. I'll be entirely honest.
Like I said, just glad to have you back.
For what it's
You
worth,
need-
this is supposed to be a feather with chains around it. Sort of looks like it's on fire.
Okay. You see him pull out like a little pad and start jotting something down.
The
keep
Ember
our eye
Wake,
out.
they're called.
The what?
Ember Wake. I think that's right.
Again?
I am finding these effects increasingly frustrating.
I'm sorry, sir.
Not your fault. Let me try a bit. I will separate. Okay. The bit left over after a fire. Ember. Did that all make sense?
Yes.
Right.
The ember-
Ember. And now, when you are no longer sleeping, someone comes along to end your sleep. They wake you.
Ember sleep?
The opposite of sleep. Wake.
So you kind of, more or less, you see him fumbling through, but never able to connect those two words in a row.
Interesting. Well, it may be that it is leftovers of us immune to whatever this hidden magic is. From what was explained to me, whatever happened at the Flask and Silk will be concealing itself once more. But if you're able to discover anything there... Hold on, you made a face. Did you not understand Flask and Silk this time?
Yeah, act that one out.
The where?
Yes. Oh, right. Okay. I don't entirely understand what's happening, but for now, keeping this house and this family safe is more than can be asked of you, and I deeply appreciate it.
I apologize for apparently being of little use now that you have returned, but your home is safe.
I cannot explain to you how much use that truly is. Do not put yourself down over this.
He gives a nod.
Clap him on
this
the
moment-
upper arm. Just, good man. And I'm going to head inside, because there's some nuclear fallout that has to be dealt with.
Nuclear fallout. But Nima and Lizette rushing into the house. Would you be paying attention much to anything other than the room that you are heading in the direction of, essentially?
I will say for Nima specifically, because the bracelet has stated that Imani has always has been still where she has been, the concern is not at 100. The concern is probably more at a 70 of just oh God, my baby has been alone for 2 days. So with that in mind, if there is something that seems different from her room, she probably could catch it in the peripheral, but she's more concerned of just my baby didn't know where I was for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lizette, the calm emotions has worn off, and she is 100% tunnel vision.
Okay.
Not going to see
She's a mom.
nothing.
She can multitask a
Nobody.
little bit, at the very least.
Little bit. Yeah. All right, so the two of you rush to her room. And as you are opening the door, you do see that she is currently in bed with her back towards the door, laying as though she were asleep. And as soon as the noise of the door opens up, you see her kind of whip up and sit up in bed. Not quite in her pajamas, but in the clothes that you left her in the day that you disappeared. Her hair, a bit of a mess, certainly not as put together as your daughter typically is. Eyes red from nights of crying before she makes eyes with you. And Mom? Oh, no! Mom, you're back! I told you to be okay! Did I do something wrong?
My moon, my sun, my stars. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it's just like the biggest scooping hug that Imani has ever experienced. And she's just like holding her. It's like, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Oh.
You didn't say anything. You were supposed to be back for dinner.
I swear to you. I swear. To the Mother of Vengeance, to our bloodline, to everything in the city, I swear I did not know that time passed. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my beloved.
Kind of like pulls away to look at your face for a moment. See you're just teary-eyed the whole way, a little bit messy from the days. But for just a second, your vision seems to kind of flash white. Comes back, and you still see your daughter in front of you, but you see a long scar going down the side of her face before it flashes white again, and you see your unscarred daughter still in your hands, crying. And at that moment, we will end the session here.
Foos, drop me your address. Right fucking now.
Everything went well.
I know it's weird.
It's true, he does know where I live.
No, drop her address.
Ava, pick me up. I got gas money.
Yes.
We're gonna jump.
Yes,
through.
absolutely.
We're gonna jump.
Is there a
through.
Marks? Is there an Amtrak stop where you are? Doesn't matter. We'll get a car.
We gonna figure it out. So that was our lovely 4th episode of Ghosts of Brewers. Rousing success, I think.
Oh.
Our 4th episode, our end, and we're not gaming next week.
That's what I was gonna say. We have a week off.
The slow roll of that, because you said it was the middle of the night. The whole time I was like, that's not right. And then you made it so
Slightly
much
off.
worse.
So I
as per usual.
suspected that it was a time jump as soon as Foos mentioned the number of guards that there were. Just like, oh shit, we've been gone longer than we think.
Fucking Faye! There's always a time jump when Faye are involved. Fuck! I'm sorry.
I'll pass it to my guests so they can tell us where to find them, and we can see how they're doing right now. As per usual with the Foos, whenever I end a session with one of my guests being very upset, I do not start with them. So LS, you want to tell us what you doing, what you about, how you doing, girl?
I think it's hilarious. I mean, I'm doing great. I mean, I don't think my brother did this. He can barely tie his shoelaces. Hi, I'm LS. I play Trill. I'm so happy to be here. I'm not anywhere else to be found. Always happy to be recruited. Shoot me your games. Man, I don't have anything fun to say.
LS is going to be stolen by us, by the way. She's past her probation period, and I officially want to steal her.
I think you killed Ava.
Let's go to Joe. Joe, how's it? What do you know?
Oh, I know so many things, and yet the things I don't know is far vaster. I'm just here. I'm having a good time. Now it's an irritating and frustrating and concerning time because bad things are happening. Though in my heart and head, just the contrast of that very emotional scene to me, just inviting you in for tea or coffee. Like, can I get you anything to drink? Like, I still have to deal with guests. Sometimes my worry and concern about people is regulated to personal time. Anywho, I'm here. I'm here for this not next week, but the week after, and all sorts of other weeks after that. And I'll be back. I think we're back next week for Alkenstar. So I'll be back for that.
Next week, yes.
And then when that's done, we're gonna do Dark Matter. I'll be here for that, and I'll just here all the time. And sometimes maybe I'll stream stuff on my Cosmic God on Twitch. So you post up there if you want to see it, or you'll hear I'll shout it out at Foozca's channel. So I'm around, and I guess we'll go to Evie to give them even more time.
Oh, sorry, I was just coughing. Yeah, so hi, I'm Evie, also known as the Disaster GM. My pronouns are she, they, or any. You can normally find me over on Ultra Deco Archives, where I am the primary game runner for our Cypher System-based games. Tomorrow we will be doing Empyrean Wilds, which is a homebrew setting. And the group just also went through something semi-traumatic, though screaming was not in the cards during that period of time. Got to work harder, I guess. But yeah, so it's fun here as Jet City for a little while, though not next weekend. I am still being amused by Ava just being collapsed.
She grabbed the fan.
Yeah. She's struggling. She's struggling. But yeah, so check us out tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific for Empyrean Wilds, and I guess come back next week for Friday games here, and then the week after for this stuff. But yeah, let's jump this over to Anita, who looks a little bit more collected. Maybe. You there, hon? All right, you got this.
Foos. Foos, when I catch you, Foos.
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Foos.
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
To do this on Black Fae Day is truly some disrespectful things. I'm gonna come to your house and beat you up.
Right.
I have to now. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna find a way to hitchhike to New Jersey, and I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get
you one way or the other.
I'm gonna get you.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Hi, Internet. I'm Anita. I've been Lizette. Find me where you find your podcasts, issues, Creme Demented. Foos, I'm so hurt.
I'm sorry.
In such a deep way. Nenners.
Nenner's
You're muted.
because he's
Super
bad at
muted.
audio.
He is. While he's unmuting, I'm gonna remind the rest of the crew to please give me your 2 votes for the inspiration.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that.
Thank you very much.
I don't like my name in that sentence. I just want to say that. I appreciate the handoff, but I had nothing to do with this. This is all my sister. That being said, thanks, Foos. This is fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good times. But Friday we're gonna do some pathfinding. Likely a throwdown in the Alkenstar train station. Yeah, if you know any laborers in there, make sure they got insurance because they're probably going to need it. The week, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. And then, I think we still have one more spot for the Dark Matter thing. And then after that, I think we're good. That starts mid-June. We have our whole things pinned in our lovely the recruiting channel. That's the word.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I played Marlo. This was fun. Pass it off to the deceased. Ava, come back to us, please.
Can I be heard from this position? That's all I need to know right now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. I don't have a home TTRPG channel right now, so you can find me here on Saturdays, and then not this week, but next week you can find me on Folk and Myth for a Vampire the Masquerade one shot where I play Banu Hakim, inspired a little bit by my life, where my Canadian partner convinces me to move to Canada, Montreal specifically, and makes me a vampire. Shrug, but I'm gonna fight Foos. I never wanted to fight Foos before, but now I have to fight Foos, and that makes me sad. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to try to see Beyonce for July 4th. Her concert's in DC on July 4th, and that's gonna be very iconic. So if you want to support me seeing the Queen and then also her manager Blue Ivy, please give me money. That'd be cool. And I guess pass it on to Foos, the horrible, horrible person that did this to me. She did this to me right now.
I can't move past the idea of a Canadian vampire apologizing after biting you.
My neck hurts, but I'm doing this for the bit now. Just know that Foos did this to me. Now the Foos.
Hello, I'm Foos. I'm the DM for this lovely adventure. That I will get to do terrible things to them and their characters until October, so this is going to be a time. But I'm very happy to be here. We will probably continue sneaking in some Baldur's Gate honor runs during the week. As mentioned, we'll be back on Friday with the Alkenstar, but we won't be back on Saturday. So next week we have our Pathfinder on Friday, and I'll also be on Monday. I'll be on Rev's channel for our Pathfinder game that we play every other Monday. So that'll be fun too. I think that's mostly it, but they all did amazingly. I also want to give huge thanks to all the raids that we got today. We got so many. I know we had Rev, Razamataz. I think there was
Boggalee,
and the Dungeon Delvers group. So we had 4 raids today. That's crazy. So thank you so much. And as always, we always raid out as well. So we're going to keep the love going. I hope they're not ending anytime soon, but I do want to raid Wit and Witchery. They've raided us a couple of times. They do some TTRPG things there too, and I always love seeing their diverse folk hanging out and having a good time. So we're gonna go give them some love. Thank you again for hanging out with us. As mentioned, we're getting close to 600 followers, so there'll be some cheesy dice giveaways soon, and I'm excited for that as well. But anyway, all that being said, let's go give them some love. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.